Hello, welcome to the blended learning lesson I have designed. Let me introduce it to you. I have created a to-do list and there are 11 steps to be followed by the learners and 2 of them are face-to-face. Now let me explain the components of the lesson with the help of the blended learning cycle. I have divided my lesson into 3 stages. Before the class stage, during the class stage, and after the class stage. Now let me explain what activities will be done in class before class. The first activity the learners are expected to do is to study the overview of the lesson. Here it is. In the overview, I have introduced the key information about the lesson, what they will do during the lesson, what outcomes they are expected to achieve at the end. The next activity is the Lesson 1 keywords. I have designed it with the help of the glossary tool. So, it includes keywords and expressions with their transcription, pronunciations made by myself, definitions, and also examples of them. So here they may add their own entries if they like, or they may comment on the entries added by me or by another learner. This key vocabulary will be very important when learning the whole lesson. And the next activity, drag and drop activity, is directed to the evaluation of the key vocabulary. So it is a drag and drop activity, and here learners should drag these words or expressions to this and drop them to the spaces. So I have included 2 more options here to make this task interesting and a little bit complicated. Well, next activity you can see from the blended learning cycle is doing prediction true-false activity. Well, here is it. Prediction true-false activity. It says you are going to watch a video about Gonzales. Do you think the statements below are true or false? So here I have included 6 statements, and okay, these statements will predict the content of the video they will watch at the next activity. And then the next activity is the video itself. Here the learners are invited to watch a video about the profession of a gondolier, and during the watching of it or after watching it, they should check if their predictions made in the previous activity were correct or not. Well, next activity according to the learning cycle is a forum, and it appears here after the video because it is related to the video. So here in this forum they should answer the following questions on the video they have currently watched, and their answers should be posted on the forum. They should post their answers by adding this button, and besides posting their own answers, they are asked to reply to their peers' posts also. Well, it is an assessment activity. One of the assessment activities. Well, next activity which comes here according to the blended learning cycle, here it is a transition activity. So let's have a look at this activity. Actually, it is a text named Welcome to Middletown University. So here by this link they can move to this text, they can download it. Here is a text, and here are questions on this text. So 5 questions on this text, and answers to these questions will be discussed in a face-to-face class. So they read the text and prepare to take part in the discussion of the answers to these questions. Besides discussion, students will be offered to do one more activity, that is categorizing notions or items based on the text. I don't have the view of this activity here because it is a face-to-face activity. So it is a categorizing activity, and this activity will lead them to other activities presented in the online mode. Let's have a look at them. The following 2 activities are both overview quizzes. First one is the overview reading quiz. Well, let's have a look at it. In the reading quiz, they are asked to read an article about the value of education and match descriptions given here below to their paragraphs. As you see, the paragraphs are here, and here letters for paragraphs are presented. They should match descriptions with their paragraphs. So overall 5 answers here will appear, and each correct matching will be scored 1 score. Next is a vocabulary quiz. It is a matching exercise. Well, here students are offered to match words to their definitions. Here overall 11 words are presented here, but options introduced by me are more than 11 to make this task a little bit complicated, because it is a grading task. And as you see here, if each correct answer is graded 1, and at the overall 11 score should appear at the end of the lesson. So that is the lesson, and at the very end I have decided to make a survey of the lesson. For this I have chosen the feedback tool of the Moodle. Learners can take it only once. So here I added such questions as: how would you rate your understanding of the lesson? And answers will vary from terrible, which is 1, to excellent, which is 5. This survey is not finished, it's like a sample, and I can always add and edit questions to it. So that is the end of the blended learning lesson, designed by me under the guidance and assistance of Israel. Thank you very much for your attention and your great contribution to this course. I would be very happy to get a bit feedback from you. Thank you very much.